Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about the antidepressants which I'm currently taking. So I'll give you a little bit of background about myself. I am 26 now. I started taking antidepressants when I was 19. I started on fluoxetine, which its branded name is Prozac. Then about a couple of weeks ago, very recent, couple of weeks, yeah, I moved to sertraline and I found that didn't work for me. Later on in the video, I'll explain the reasons why I thought they weren't working for me and why I changed. Now I'm on an antidepressant called Mirtazapine. Mirtazapine is sometimes known as Remeron. Remeron is like its brand name, similar to fluoxetine and Prozac being its brand name. It's an SSRI, which stands for Selective Serotonin Reuptake Inhibitor. So that basically means that it can ease depression by increasing the levels of serotonin in the brain, and serotonin is a thing which makes you happy. So yeah, that's how it works. It's primarily meant to treat depression, and that's the reason that I have it. Depression and anxiety as well. So I just wanted to talk about how I've been on it because I've just started taking it. Today will be my 10th night of taking it. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about what side effects I've been feeling with it. First of all, I started, the doctor prescribed me the 15mg ones and to take it whole and to take it at night. They suggest you take it at night because it helps aid sleep. So yeah, I started on a full dose of 15mg, took it at night. First night I took it, in the morning I felt like dead. I felt like I couldn't wake up at all and I was just drowsy the whole day and it was just bad. The next day I managed to get out the door and I was doing some shopping with my boyfriend. So yeah, he basically said that it sounded like I was drunk, and that was because mirtazapine was making me feel like I'm not there in a way. It's hard to describe. I felt like I was floating and my speech was slurred and it would take me a long time to answer a question. So yeah, with all that combined, I also spoke to someone who also has been taking mirtazapine and they suggested to me to take it in half because it was having such a strong effect on me. It might be best to take half and then up it and then gradually up it from the half. So that's what I did, and it was a vast improvement. I found I could go to work, which I couldn't before because I just felt floored. I was chatty and I was more upbeat and I could actually do things in the day without feeling like I was going to float away, or I wasn't slurring my words and I didn't sound like I was drunk, which is a good thing, especially when you're going to work. You don't want to sound like you're drunk. There is still one side effect which I've found has sort of stayed, and that's vivid dreams. Every single night since I've been taking it, I've been having crazy vivid dreams, like to the point where sometimes most of the time when I wake up now, it feels like the dream was reality and reality isn't real, if that makes sense. Yeah, the dreams have been so bizarre and so real to me, it's kind of a bit weird. But I am able to sleep through the night, which is really good, which is something I struggled with on my old antidepressants. So yeah, I was going to discuss the reason why I made the change from my old antidepressants to mirtazapine. as mentioned before, I was on fluoxetine, which is, its brand name is Prozac. So basically, since the age of 19, I had been on the fluoxetine, well, on and off it, and because I've been on it so long, and I just felt like I wasn't improving at all. I would have moments of feeling okay, but I would always feel like at the back of my mind I'm not okay. That, and also speaking to a friend, they encouraged me to change my medication, and so yeah, I went to the doctors, basically like begging them, can I please try something else? I've been on this fluoxetine forever now and it feels like it's not doing any good. So they reluctantly put me onto something else, which was sertraline. Sertraline is similar, it's an SSRI again, and it's an antidepressant. I don't really know a lot about the differences, but personally the side effects, like for sertraline, I was just bad. I was crying all the time, I felt like I couldn't go to work, I felt like my emotions were heightened to the point where I couldn't really do anything without bursting into tears. That's how it felt to me anyway. So I was only on those for a very short amount of time before I went back to my doctors and said, look, this isn't working for me, I need to try something else. And that's when they put me on the Mirtazapine. And I would say, out of the 3 that I've tried, this has been the best one for me so far. Yeah, at first taking the full dose was a bit too much for me, but I'm hoping to, in the next couple of days, be able to work my body up to taking the full dose, because taking it like full on straight away was a bit too much for me, as I mentioned, it like floored me. But other than that, and other than the weird vivid dreams, it's been a wonder. I wouldn't say that, I don't want to recommend anything, because obviously you need to speak to your doctor about this first, so I personally can't recommend anyone anything without knowing your circumstances and without speaking to your doctor. Of course, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really do that, but personally it has worked for me. Yeah, I don't really think I have anything left to say other than Mirtazapine, good for me. And just to end, if you liked that video, if you could give me a thumbs up and a subscribe, that would really help me. I'm just starting out on this channel, so it would be nice for me to know that people like this content, and I would love to know what kind of things you'd like me to talk about in the future. So great, thanks.